I realized I had ended up in a place that was completely out of place for me. I truly felt that way deep down. I wanted to leave, but I had to consider my cousin Emily's feelings. Realizing it wouldn't be right to leave, I quietly drank my drink. Surrounded by idols, female celebrities, elite businessmen from international corporations, and aspiring doctors. Their professions were high caliber, and their looks were impressively attractive. I just wished this mixer would end soon. That was all that was on my mind. I'm Michael. I'm a 28-year-old ordinary guy. Well, my job might be a bit unusual. I'm a writer, a profession somewhat familiar, yet unfamiliar, in everyday life. But I'm not one of those best-selling authors whose books instantly become bestsellers or get adapted into dramas or movies. Of course, I aspire to have many people read my works. It would truly make me happy if my stories caught someone's eye and moved their heart. I debuted as a writer 4 years ago. My second novel, fortunately, won a Newcomer's Prize in a famous literary award. It got a lot of media attention and sold incredibly well. Thankfully, that novel was adapted into a drama. With decent viewership ratings, I hope to join the ranks of successful authors with my third novel. However, the third book only created a bit of buzz and didn't sell well. The hastily written fourth book didn't do any better. I was slowly becoming a one-hit wonder as a writer. I thought about giving up writing altogether, but I just couldn't. I yearned for someone to read the stories I created. This desire was something I couldn't suppress. Yet, the reality is that I need to work to survive. So, I was living modestly, working as a traffic controller, a job I had also done as a part-time gig during high school and college. I would return home from my traffic control shifts, eat meals from the convenience store, and write my novels. That was my daily routine. One day, after finishing my shift as a traffic controller, I was on my way home. My cell phone, which had been silent for a while, rang, and I was slightly surprised to see the caller ID, but I answered the call. "Hey, Michael, long time no see. How are you, still alive?" The voice on the other end of the phone was as cheerful as ever. The caller was Emily, a 23-year-old pop idol. Why was a lackluster writer like me talking on the phone with a pop idol and even being called by my first name? Because Emily is my cousin. "Yeah, I'm good. You're doing great too. I heard your new song." "Really? Thank you. I'm so happy. The first week's sales were pretty good." Emily sounded genuinely delighted. Her happiness made me feel good too. Emily had always been cute and often talked about wanting to be a pop idol. She made her dream come true, and I admire and am proud of her for that. "That's great, Emily. You're really putting in the effort. But why did you call? It's been a while, hasn't it? Is something wrong?" When I asked, Emily suddenly spoke in a serious tone. "Michael, do you have time right now? Even if you don't, come. I need you at the station in 30 minutes. Please, I'll be in trouble if you don't come," she said quickly, and before I could ask anything, the call was abruptly ended. Emily has always been like this, a whirlwind of action, often letting others on. Yet, I couldn't dislike her for it. I envied her drive, something I lacked. Sighing, I decided to head to the station she mentioned. Traveling by subway, I arrived at the station Emily had specified about 20 minutes after the call. Relieved that I made it in time, I was suddenly tapped on the shoulder from behind. "You made it, Michael. Way to go. I'm so relieved." Turning around, I was greeted by Emily's beaming smile. Being a pop idol, she wore a cap and had her mask pulled down, smiling brightly. "Hey, put your mask on. You never know who might see you." Seeing me panic, Emily burst into laughter. "It's dark, nobody can see faces. You worry too much, Michael, but thanks for coming." "So, what's going on? Did something happen?" When I asked, Emily cheerfully explained why she had summoned me. "Oh, well, it's an invitation to a mixer or a party." "What? Are you serious?" I blurted out in surprise, unfamiliar with such terms, and Emily scolded me. "Seriously, you're too loud. Keep it down. What if someone recognizes us?" Emily chided me. "Sorry, but look at what I'm wearing. Can I even enter a fancy place dressed like this?" I voiced my biggest concern. "I'm currently wearing a tank top." After finishing my job directing traffic, I showered back at the office, so I'm pretty sure I don't smell bad, and the tank top is brand new. Additionally, I've been saving money by not getting haircuts, so now I have a buzz cut. My footwear, sandals, are definitely not the type of attire suitable for a fancy restaurant. Unfazed by my worries, Emily flashed an OK sign with her fingers, smiling. "The place isn't that formal. Look at me, I'm just wearing a t-shirt and jeans." "Wait, just hold on. Comparing a current pop idol to a struggling 28-year-old part-timer like me isn't fair." I thought it would be best to leave the place, but Emily, anticipating this, firmly grabbed my arm, preventing me from going. "I really should go back," I insisted. "But you'll definitely regret it if you do. It's better if you stay," Emily replied with determination. As we were debating whether to stay or leave, Emily was approached by someone. "Emily, sorry I'm late." As we both turned around at the sound of the voice, a man stood there, exuding confidence. His suit appeared expensive, impeccably tailored without a single wrinkle, and his leather shoes were polished to a shine. "Odd Brad, good to see you. I wasn't waiting long." Emily's voice changed, becoming higher-pitched. Emily's quick transformation made me realize how scary women can be. And who is this gentleman?" "He's an acquaintance of mine," she replied quickly. Naturally, the fact that Emily and I are cousins is a secret. There are unscrupulous media outlets that dig out childhood stories of celebrities like Emily, fabricating tales and creating false narratives. Relatives of celebrities are often easy targets. "So nice to meet you. Have we met before?" I apologized, genuinely not remembering him. While I was trying to figure out what to say, the man, Brad, seemed to be recalling something, then suddenly exclaimed, "Could it be Michael? Is that you, Michael?" Yes, that's me, but sorry, When the guy correctly guessed my name, I was definitely flustered. Not remembering him seemed way too rude on my part. "It's me, Brad. We were in college together, remember? Different faculties, but you were in the literature department, right?" It all came back to me. Brad had indeed been my classmate in college. We'd occasionally spoken after I'd shared a textbook with him in class. "Oh, now that you mention it, sorry, I didn't recognize you right away." Brad laughed at my words. "No problem. Even I'm amazed at my own memory, but seriously, what's with that outfit? You look like a broke guy." His laughter drew curious looks from passers-by. Well, he was right about my outfit being uncool. Watching Brad laugh nonstop, I remembered he was always like this in college. Brad was a smart guy but had a habit of looking down on others. Smart and good-looking. He also had a great sense of style, so he was probably popular with others. However, I remember seeing him alone sometimes, so maybe he wasn't well-liked even back then. I was called here suddenly, so I wasn't sure about the dress code. I glanced at Emily. "Everything's fine, really. You don't look bad or smell bad, and it's okay to be casual in this place." Encouragingly, Emily led the way into the restaurant she had presumably booked. "Hey, wait up, Emily. I'm coming too." Brad, seemingly smitten with Emily, eagerly followed her. Sighing, I also entered the restaurant. Gradually, more people joined, and the private room filled up, ending with 3 men and 2 women. Brad introduced himself as working for a foreign financial firm, and the other man mentioned he was a medical trainee. The other woman, apparently a friend of Emily's from the entertainment industry, was a charming girl, though not yet active in her talent career. I've been mostly living off part-time jobs lately. I'm not an elite